This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. It is Thursday, April 27th. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. I'm Sophia Pullman. We have some breaking news to start this afternoon. Former talk show host and politician Jerry Springer has died. The former host of the Jerry Springer Show passed away earlier today after complications with cancer. Before hosting his TV show, Springer served as the 56th mayor of Cincinnati. Springer was 79 years old. Communities continue to be affected by rising water levels from the Mississippi. News 8 Now's Dua Ishrar visited the town of Campbell, where homeowners are working to keep the floods out of their homes.
I am on the last walkable block of Keim Street. If you take a look behind me, there is a barricade where the rest of this road used to be, and even further down there's a street sign for where the next street began, and now it's all just underwater. And if we take a few steps this way, you'll actually see a house where the front yard has more water than the swimming pool. And that's the reality for many residents on French Island. When people hear about the town of Campbell, there's one thing that comes to mind. For over 2 years, many homeowners in the community have been without clean drinking water. Now, community members are still talking water, but for an entirely different reason.
It's great to live on the water, but not in the water.
Some families were forced to evacuate as water made its way into the first floor of their home.
I mean, they've been out of their homes, I think, for quite a few days.
For one house, it's a different story.
Previous owners set us up to succeed. They left us pumps.
At 3525 Lakeshore Drive, flooding is part of this house's roots.
In 1965, there was 4 feet of water in the house. And then the previous owners, they made it to 16.4. So if they can do it, we can do it.
That's why current owner Amy Werner says she's ready for any waves that come her way.
The war will be lost if it comes over the road.
That's only if the water stays on its side of the river. Now, there are several of these barricades throughout French Island, and many of them say residents only. According to law enforcement, there have been several people who have tried to go around those barricades to take pictures of the flooding, and while it can make for an interesting photo, law enforcement say it's not worth the danger and it is a safety issue, so please stay off the roads unless you are a resident of French Island. Reporting on French Island, Dua Ishrar, News 8 Now.
French Island residents who don't live on the streets that are flooded are asked to stay off. In Prairie du Chien, officials sent out a press release saying the river is still rising but may hit a crest later this week. The river is still the third highest level behind historic floods in 2001 and 1969. City leaders say the latest projections from the National Weather Service show the river will reach a level of 23.5 feet by Friday afternoon. Sandbagging operations have stopped, but there are extra sandbags available if people still need them.
Well, we continue to watch some of these very light scattered showers across portions of the area, but again, just like they were this morning, they are mainly focused well to the north, while the rest of us are just looking very dry. You can see the radar here behind me showing some of those scattered rain showers out there, and again, they are moving their way towards the east. So if you're in Eau Claire County into Buffalo, Trempealeau, also into Pepin, Dunn County, basically the Chippewa Valley here, just looking at some of those light showers moving their way towards the east. Current temperature readings into the 50s and 60s, 59 in La Crosse, 60 degrees currently in Eau Claire. We're looking at 55 in Sparta. Temperatures out in Prairie du Chien, by the way, 60. Boscobel, you're currently at 62. So for your afternoon forecast, the rest of the day, most of us just looking at mainly cloudy skies, a slight chance of a shower or two. Overall, seasonable temperatures as afternoon readings will be into those mid to upper 60s, and a southerly wind breeze here at around 10 to 15 miles an hour or so. Now, coming up in a bit, I'll have a check on your full weather forecast. I'll let you know more about those rain chances and what we can expect here later this week. So be good.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and multiple organizations are making it known that they support survivors. At the Tomah VA Medical Center, leaders held a tree planting ceremony in honor of veterans and service members who have experienced military sexual trauma. Care leaders at the VA say that for many service members, talking about sexual assault can be different, no matter if they experienced trauma recently or decades ago.
In general, there is so much silence and stigma around sexual trauma. And so that right there is important that we're talking about it. But yes, in the military in particular, there's extra layers of that stigma.
Dahl says that it's vital to talk about how it's not only women experiencing trauma. She says about a third of MST survivors who come into the VA are men. With the willow tree planted, the VA hopes to make it known that they believe survivors and they're ready to support them.
We never want to just kind of recognize that somebody has gone through trauma without also letting them know that healing can happen, that yes, it might have these impacts, but just know that there are some things that you can do and that we can be there for you to take care of yourself.
The VA also has 932 flags on display, one for every veteran who reported experiencing military sexual trauma over the last year. Dahl says the number of reports is growing, which means more veterans are becoming more comfortable talking about sexual trauma and finding help. When we come back, the new app that's challenging Twitter for downloads. We'll be right back.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Choice Hotels has a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos. Spacious. That's what they all say. Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Mere hours from the hustle and bustle of Midwest hubs, the La Crosse region offers exciting flavors, captivating views, and unparalleled outdoor recreation. Ignite your senses and make memories with those that matter most between the bluffs and along the mighty Mississippi River. Explore La Crosse invites you to join us on WKBT and online at news8000.com as we explore local businesses in our community. No matter your niche, your next adventure is calling and is just a road trip away.
Hi, I'm Rick Teska, CEO of Strive Medicare and author of this book, The Medicare Breakdown, the Alphabet Soup of Medicare. We talk to people every day who are overwhelmed and confused by Medicare. So I've taken 40 years of experience and questions and laid it all out in simple to easy to understand terms in the Medicare Breakdown that you can get for free at going to strivemedicare.com/book or call us at 608-784-8969 or stop by our office and get your copy today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your consumer news this afternoon, drug maker Eli Lilly says it will use a new study to ask the FDA to fast-track approval for its blood sugar drug tirzepatide for weight loss. That would make their drug a direct competitor to the obesity drug Wegovy. The FDA approved tirzepatide last year for helping people with type 2 diabetes control blood sugar. According to Eli Lilly, those who took the highest dose of the drug for a year and a half not only controlled blood sugar but also lost weight. Elon Musk's Twitter may be getting a run for its money, and it's coming from an app backed by the man who co-founded Twitter itself, Jack Dorsey. The new platform, called Blue Sky, is invite-only, and it's attracting users as a potential alternative to Twitter. According to analytics firm Data AI, iPhone users have now downloaded Blue Sky 245,000 times. The Blue Sky recently added an Android app as well. The company started inviting users to test a beta version earlier this year. Distributors are largely sticking by Anheuser-Busch despite a drop in Bud Light sales. The decline follows 2 Instagram posts this month that featured transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. The company is telling wholesalers the posts weren't part of a formal campaign. As for draft pours at bars and restaurants, industry tracker Beer Board says Bud Light's rivals have begun eclipsing it. As we head to break, here is a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, our warehouses are overflowing with items ready for delivery. Bedrooms, sofas, kitchen and dining, it's all in stock. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
Gary knows golf.
You need to have good balance, good support.
Where to find that support?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free arch support fitting.
You've got a Plus service for movies, plus a few Plus services for your favorite TV shows, plus a few extra. Plus, all those pluses add up. I guess that's why there's so many. How about a Plus service that's free? Plus gives you local news, plus weather, plus sports, plus a little extra. News 8000 Plus. The Plus service that's everything local. Plus, it's free. Plus, it's easy to find on any of these. Plus this.
In your medical news this afternoon, while spring is in full bloom, that unfortunately means allergy season is upon us. Approximately 81 million Americans suffer from seasonal allergies, and it's only getting worse. CBS's Errol Barnett has some advice on how to manage your symptoms.
For many, spring flowers are a welcome sight, but for a growing number of the consistently congested, pollen is painful.
Your eyes become red and watery, constant runny nose.
Ryan Pfister says he's been suffering from seasonal allergies his entire life.
Definitely it feels longer, and I suffer for longer periods of time.
He's right. Allergy season is getting longer, starting 20 days earlier and lasting 10 days more.
What differences are you seeing as far as patients coming to you suffering with allergies?
The allergies have been unusually more severe. The most important factor that we're seeing is the climate change.
That's increasing the amount of pollen in the air by more than 20%. Pfister is now receiving immunotherapy treatment in the form of weekly allergy shots, gradually relieving his symptoms.
There are a lot of people that just have mild allergies that can be controlled with minimizing their exposure, as well as just taking antihistamines or prescription medications.
For those looking to minimize pollen exposure, doctors suggest checking the pollen count, changing your clothes and showering once home to remove pollen particles from your body, keeping windows closed and using high-efficiency filters in your home's ventilation system. And if you're taking allergy medicine, start at least 2 weeks before the season begins.
Allergies can also lead to pink eye, and since it is mainly spread through touch, doctors advise not rubbing your eyes and washing your hands regularly. Here is a look at City Cam 8. Derek is in next with our forecast.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Who are you? I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about. Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos.
Ooh, spacious.
Or a Cambria hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com.
Yeah!
What did I say?
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring. The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time.
Watching a few light rain showers, mainly focused to the north along the Chippewa Valley. And these very light showers are similar to what we had this morning in the same spots, and they are moving their way towards the east. This is all actually associated with a weak disturbance, a bit of a trough of low pressure rather, as you can see, elongated well to our west, and it does have a frontal boundary associated with it as well. This system is going to actually move through tomorrow to give us some cooler weather to work with just in time for the weekend. It's also going to help increase our rain chances over the next few days. But for today, I think most of us are going to be pretty dry. If you're in the Chippewa Valley, of course, you may run into a couple of light sprinkle or showers, but I think for the most part, for the most of us, looking mostly cloudy with temperatures into the 60s today. But nonetheless, we'll keep our eyes on some of those light rain showers that could redevelop again for portions of the Chippewa Valley well to our north and then continue to move their way towards the east, as you can see. But you can see the majority of us, however, as I mentioned, looking very cloudy throughout the day. And really the same could be said here too as we head into early this evening, while the rain is mainly focused well towards the north. City Cam 8 in downtown La Crosse, very cloudy here for you this afternoon. You can see the cameras shaking around, a bit bumpy out there with some gusty conditions, as a matter of fact. In fact, right now we're looking at gusts just shy of 30 miles an hour. Wind sustained at 20 miles an hour, 59 degrees, partly cloudy skies here. Meanwhile, to the north in Eau Claire, it's also cloudy as well. Temperatures for you at 60 degrees, southwest winds at around 11 miles an hour. And we are looking at the Chippewa River there on the bottom of your screen at 765.8, and that is dropping. Now, speaking of the river, here's a check on the Mississippi River stages, and you can see Wabasha, Winona, and La Crosse all on the major flooding criteria side. You are cresting here currently today. Lansing, you are at moderate flood stage. You are expected to crest at 19.8 heading into the day tomorrow. So current temperature readings across the area into the upper 50s to low 60s. 62 now in Bosque Belle, 60 in Prairie du Chien. Some of the warmer spots focused to the south, slightly cooler everywhere else, but we are going to be looking at highs today rising into those mid to upper 60s with a high of 67 today in La Crosse and 63 in Eau Claire. Now, our temperatures here, they're a little bit more average here today. You can see that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook showing that we are still going to be looking at well below average like temperatures, especially here from the weekend and also into early next week as this system that we're watching to our west moves through in the form of a cold front, and that's going to bring us some cooler weather and also some wetter conditions here as we head into this week. weekend and also into the beginning of next week. We're going to be dealing with the wraparound rain showers behind this system. That's going to help give us some pretty solid rain chances to work with here, as you'll see on the 8-day forecast. In fact, we will be looking at good chances of rain between tomorrow and especially this weekend, as I mentioned, to early next week. Still dealing with some of those light scattered rain showers around the area. Now, other than that, our temperatures are going to, after a brief warm up here tomorrow in the 70s, we go back into the upper 40s, low 50s this weekend, and also into early next week. By mid to late next week, we're going to be warming back up into the mid to upper 60s with lows in the 30s and 40s.
So we just need to get through this weekend and Monday and no more rain.
Yeah, well, at least on that side
on that page, yeah. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, the Wisconsin-made independent movie bringing scares to the Rivoli. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The kitchen is the heart of every home, and if the time has come for a little heart surgery for your home, visit the house doctors at the Board Store. The Board Store is a one-stop destination for everything you need to make your old kitchen new again. Fantastic choices in cabinets, countertops, fixtures, and flooring. Experienced designers to create your dream kitchen, and our own carpenters, electricians, and plumbers to make it real. For a new kitchen, new bathroom, or new flooring, visit the Board Store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Building something that lasts takes persistence and planning. Whatever your dreams are for retirement, we can help you make a plan to get there. At TrustPoint, you get personalized financial guidance from our trusted independent advisors. No hidden fees, no sales pitch, no call center. Just real people right here in La Crosse. TrustPoint will help you plan for what's next.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
After an accident, you have an important opportunity to go after all the money you may be entitled to.
When it comes to motorcycle representation for accidents, only one firm comes to mind, Hupy and Abraham.
They're very well known for handling motorcycle cases. We knew that we could trust them. They got me way more than I thought I would get.
Bikers choose Hupy and Abraham because of the reputation of getting the best results of any other law firm.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
An independent film is making its way to the Rivoli Theater. The Headmistress is a Wisconsin-made independent horror film about a young teacher trying to sell a property that she mysteriously inherited in hopes of making quick cash to get out of debt. Co-director and writer Christopher Miklos says the original idea came from the discovery of the abandoned nunnery.
And one of our executive producers called us up and said, hey, I just bought this decommissioned abandoned nunnery in Oconomowoc. You guys should come take a look at it, and you might be interested in shooting a movie here. And it had a spooky attic, and it had this, horribly creepy basement and a chapel and all these rooms. And we just fell in love with it.
Miklos and his partners were so in love with the nunnery, they did things a little differently. He also says that while the independent filmmaking process is a long, hard road, it is still very rewarding at the end.
You run and gun, you do what you can, but it's a really rewarding process, and it becomes even more rewarding when theaters like the Rivoli invite us in to screen on the big screen and give us an opportunity to kind of show off what we did on the big screen.
The Headmistress has also shown in California and in Madison. Tonight it's opening night for the movie at the Rivoli, and The Headmistress will also be showing at the La Crosse Cinema for a week. Stay with us. We have one more check of your forecast when we return.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go. We're going to make you laugh.
And the biggest stars in country music, they all come by here.
Really? Yeah. Shut up!
Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Protect vehicles, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Solutions. We carry a great selection of easy-to-assemble canopies, shelters, and garages that hold up against the elements. Store your tools, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Sheds from Menards. Right now, get a 10 by 12-foot round top shelter for only $279.99 after 11% rebate. Saving all your outdoor storage needs with help from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Earth Fair 2023 is happening April 30th at Myrick Park in La Crosse. A free, family-friendly event featuring arts and crafts, activities, live music, farmers and artisan market, and much more. The Onalaska Library Book Sale takes place April 27th through the 29th at the Onalaska Library. Thousands of books, CDs, magazines, and DVDs.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. We are just the family sitting around the table.
Best answer ever!
We're always fun.
Oh my God!
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
A few light showers are possible, otherwise mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the day. There is a slight chance of a few storms tomorrow. Rain showers here are possible this weekend and also into early next week. Highs mainly in the 50s and 60s, lows 30s and 40s. But enjoy the brief warm up today and tomorrow.
Flowers bring May flowers.
That's what they say.
There you go, Derek. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us again at 5 and 6. Have a great afternoon, everyone.